Well, me, there's shade. You can't see my eyes unless my head is bent. You dig?
Yeah.
You know it's
Oh, we're supposed to do this. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Yo, yo, yo. What
What's
is
happening?
happening, Mr. Cole Kamish? Did you
The
think we'll make it? Do you think we'll make it to a 10th year?
man, 10
I,
years.
I was kind of skeptic. I don't really know.
10.
I'm happy we made it. Happy we're still here. Happy to still be living. Um, keep your hand down. We didn't ask for that shit.
Hey,
We didn't
welcome.
really get to
Welcome.
announce anything, huh?
I said, wait, what'd you say?
I said we didn't really get to announce, but congratulations to the champion of the 2020, Rosalind this season for the third time in the 9th season, bringing in the 10th season as strong as we can. So cheers to you, man.
Thank you.
Cheers
Thank
to
you,
you.
man. Cheers.
You know?
Hey, man. Congratulations, man. Excited to get this episode, back and going. Like you said, 10th episode. Welcome whoever's watching to Sippin Hennessy, season 2.
Season 2. Season 2, episode 1. We're doing the best we can. How was your off season? Let's talk about that.
Man, I mean, I'm sad we didn't have a ceremony for the second year in a row, right? Second year.
Yeah, we didn't have a ceremony for the second year in a row.
COVID definitely been there. And, feel like we lost a little momentum, due to COVID, but I think we're back, and I think it's game time. I think we're for sure having a party at the end of this year.
Definitely.
As Weedham Boys goes for his 4th ring. That's the goal. But I'm definitely gonna sip some Hennessy to that one.
Yeah, you do that because I don't think that's happening this year. I think I'm going to be a sneaky contender this year, and I'm just going to just creep up on everybody and knock people out in the first round. My real goal, because this happens, I feel, on my Super Bowl or my championship winning seasons, that could be, is that you get in my way. So you're definitely have a target on your back if I make it to the playoffs, if I somehow make it to the playoffs. So watch out, because I need a championship, and if I can get the 10th one, that will just, I feel like, seal my name in as the commish and the commish forever. The commish made it on there. The commissioners would have the majority of the championships for the first decade.
Yes.
I'd like to be a part of that, and not just borrow some rings.
Yeah, I mean, because I've been holding it down for us, and I would love for you too. I got enough rings for the both of us. As long as the commissioner's on there, it would be great if both were on there. But it's okay. We're a team. and it is okay that we're a team.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate you acknowledging the teamwork that we do have.
Yeah, but let's jump right into it, man. With that, I like the way your team is looking.
Really?
I do. I mean, you had a good week 1. You pulled it off. McLaurin went off the other night. I know he's excited about that.
I feel like I'm not good at running backs right now. I don't feel like my running backs are going to push through for the rest of the season. I'm going to have to make some trades or some different moves to try to stay in the playoff chase. Can't talk about the championship until I'm in the playoffs.
I've never won a championship with running backs. Last year, I mean, Alvin Kamara gave me that push. But I always have wide receivers. They call me wide receiver university. That's just what I do.
That's right.
I always have wide receivers. Somebody else, usually Murder Rick, has all the running backs. Fear the Night has all the running backs. Or Corrupt Commish has all the running backs.
Facts.
I'm a wide receiver guy. So, I mean, I can't say that you have a bad formula there. That's a good formula. I like to rock with receivers,
I feel like most of the times for the previous seasons, my weakness has been my receivers. And I think I gave too much love to the receivers in this draft, regardless of the picks that I had. Like I think I gave too much love to them. I feel like Melvin Gordon, like I believe, but like I don't really know, and it's only been 1 week. I don't really count preseason, so
yeah.
I don't know what to really expect.
My way, I'll take them. You know,
well, what you got? I mean, we can talk trades live and everything. Like, we can another segment if you want. Speaking of teams, after the draft, who would you say, your opinion, not projection, worst drafted team?
Man, honestly,
I can pull up everybody's draft.
Are you able to have it on the screen?
Pull up everybody's draft. Right? That's a
are you able to have it on the screen?
Pull up everybody's draft. Right?
Yeah, I think it's are you able to have it on the screen? Hold on, it's like everybody's draft. Is that echo on your screen? Yeah, I think are you able to have it on the screen? Hold on, it's like everybody's draft. Is that echo on your screen? Hold on, it's a bad echo. Are you able to have it on the screen? Hold on, it's like everybody's draft. Maybe we should take that off. Is that echo on your screen? Yeah, hold on, it's a bad echo. Maybe we should take that off. Yeah, hold on, it's a bad echo.
I muted your mic, so it might be you. Sorry for the technical difficulties. All right, I'm about to put you back in. How you sounding?
Hello.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Check one of your browsers. All right, I'm about to put you back in. Your browsers. Well, from my standpoint, while the co-commissioner is getting his team together, I honestly think everybody had a pretty good draft. If I had to choose a team that, from my opinion, doesn't really have anything solid, and I can't even say it's even his fault. Really, looking at what he really has, I would kind of say that Me Fly's team has some missing pieces. What pieces those could be, I don't know. You know, I'm not a champion. I don't really think I've seen enough to really be able to gauge. He had just one bad week in the beginning of the season, so it's really hard to really tell if he drafted a bad team or not. You know, I draft based on what I think is good, and I do my best to kind of go off of numbers. But I can't say that Me Fly had a terrible team or a terrible draft. I just don't think that he has enough pieces to really push through the rest of the season.
Sorry for those technical difficulties. I had the group meet or the YouTube up, and so it was echoing. Like, yeah, it was bad. But yeah, we're back. You know, you left off on the draft. Who had the worst draft? You're looking at the draft here.
Yeah, and I just gave my opinion of it being Me Fly's team, just because I don't see any pieces on there that are standout players or standout people. Jameis Winston had a great week, you know, but I mean, who's to say that that's how it's really going to finish out for the rest of the season? Everybody else on the team, like maybe Tyson Wilson or Williams, like I heard his name a couple of times during the Ravens game, but I just feel like I don't see a whole lot of standout players. And maybe that's the secret to the team. And I know his draft picks were funky, but you know.
Yeah, I was going to say that he was pretty. I think he took over. I forgot what your pop's team was named. Yeah, he took over Bad Intent, and Bad Intent was going for the gusto. You know, he thought he could win it all, and I think he gave away his whole team. And I would have to agree and say it was a pretty bad draft for him. He may be able to pull it out. He may be able to do some trades, but he definitely got dealt the short end of the stick, but I think we're gonna see what he makes with it,
Right.
I definitely was looking through it, and I definitely seen, like you said, Jameis Winston really got lucky, but if he balls out all year, then he's gonna do well,
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, other than that, Chase Claypool, and yeah, it's crazy. He actually just got here.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he just arrived.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Mr. B Fly?
What's going on?
Would you like to jump in real quick? We gotta ask you a quick question if you got time.
I'm listening.
Based on the draft, who would you say drafted the worst team?
I'm gonna say you.
Who'd you say?
Solo.
I said I'm gonna say you.
Who did he say?
You.
Okay, that's very fair. Would you like to elaborate on it? I mean,
he ain't even looked at your team. He being goofy.
so he should be a bit mad there.
Yeah, he
okay.
But anyways, let's go ahead and proceed, man. Yeah, I would have to say, yeah, his team is a little rough, and I think he got dealt the short end of the stick. Actually, I got you as like my comeback player of the year, man. Like I think I think this is one of the better teams I've seen from you in years. In years. Yeah, I like the way your team's looking, and if Julio could ball out, if Chark could ball out, I think you'll be all right. Roby can do something from time to time. I won last year with Ronald Jones. He's gonna get more of the carries there. So you're my advance it a little bit. I say the worst draft, it would be me fly team, and then the surprise draft, it would be you. You drafted pretty well.
The best draft. Do you agree that Zeke and Destroy had the best draft?
No, I got to give it to Fear the Night.
Fear the Night, okay.
Fear the Night's team. He drafted. I'm looking at his
one more time.
Huh?
So I'm pulling it up one more time. Yeah, he's
And I mean, it showed because look who they played week 1, right?
Yeah.
And look who won. Oh, you got to plug that in back there somehow, huh?
I mean, let's even jump over to that really quick. The first week, did you have expectations? Did it meet your expectations? What did you think of week 1?
Well, I think for myself and my team, I was disappointed.
Really?
And my team week 1, I was disappointed because I won. I won.
Okay, continue.
I won week 1, and then with my track record, I don't win championships when I win early. So I don't know if I'm gonna turn a new leaf here, or if this is gonna be that losing year for me. I didn't really get exactly who I wanted. There's a couple of guys that got stolen from me early.
Okay.
I mean, I wanted Lamar. Huh?
It's even though you had the number 1 pick, people still got stolen.
I got my running back. Yeah. But see, the bad thing about the number 1 pick is, I mean, there's 5 guys you could pick for the number 1 pick. If you don't pick one of those 5 guys in your number 1 pick, like you're dumb. Right?
Okay.
It's all the running backs. Chubb, Zeke, McCaffrey, or I mean maybe Tyreek Hill on a stretch, there's those huh?
It wouldn't be a bad stretch to get Tyreek that early.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad stretch. He helped me last year too, wide receiver university, baby. But yeah, I mean, so I took McCaffrey. Zion actually helped me pick that. He said McCaffrey. I said McCaffrey or Chubb. That's where I was going. He said, he pointed. He said McCaffrey. Okay, cool. So we went McCaffrey. He did what McCaffrey does. He got 18 points. That I can't be mad. That's a good game for me. And then Mike Evans didn't do what I needed him to do. Cooper did above and beyond. Yeah, he did well.
He did.
Yeah, James Conner's going to come around. He had a lot of carries. He just didn't get it going, but I think he's going to come around.
Okay.
My rookie didn't really do what I thought he was going to do. You know, that Falcons offense you got hanging in the background just totally sucked.
Hey, tell me about it. I watched the whole game.
They let their rival team and Jameis Winston run them up and down the field. So I'm hoping. I usually don't win early. So this game, I don't know if you watched this game. It came down to Monday Night Football.
Oh yes, I was watching for sure.
And it was Lamar Jackson versus Baltimore's defense, and man, it had me like you always want to win, you know. I didn't really care to win, but because my track record is I usually go 0-3, 0-4, come back, and you know that's usually what I do.
Live, you know,
I'm feeling a bit indifferent.
That's really interesting because speaking about your win-loss ratio, you know, it's been 9 seasons. First week for you, you've gone 4-5. 5 of your first losses in the 5 seasons, you've won 3 championships. It kind of is not solid stats that say you're going to take it this week or this season. I even looked so far into it to see like who did you play your first week that you actually won, and you know it doesn't mean anything. But the seasons that you've won, 2 of those ones you played dumps like a truck first week and won and lost the first week when you played against him, but you still won the championship.
Yeah.
So even with more numbers like that, does that make you nervous that now it's you still playing him again?
But I won.
Week, but you won. Like, yeah,
I think it does.
Are you going to miss the playoffs? Are you going to get to the championship and lose?
You know what you should have researched is how I started off when I had that season where I was last. That season was bad. I don't know how many times I've missed the playoffs. I wouldn't say it's often.
No, I wouldn't say.
I probably missed it maybe out of 9 seasons, maybe 3 times max.
Some notes. You suggested finding out your losing season or when you come last.
Yeah, what I started with that season. Remember, it was like finish the fight or back to back. It was a bad season.
Research.
That was the only time out of 10 or 9 years that I finished last. It was pretty bad.
And you know, I'm just going to throw it out there too that you know at that time it was a 10-person league.
Yeah. Because if there was 12, I wouldn't finish last.
Hey, me either though. That's
I was gonna say I leave that up to my commissioner.
Okay, I'm actually really curious about that. Okay.
But, I am nervous. Yeah, that does make me nervous because I don't usually start off like that. But I was talking to Fear the Night. He was like, "Nah, man, just go hard," you know. And I mean, we're gonna see, man. But I'm interested. I like people's draft. I like our new teams. Zeke and Destroyer had a great draft. He just played our highest scoring, you know, over year to year Rosalinda person ever. You know, champion's known.
Yeah,
champion is known. He's probably has the most points in the Rosalinda of all time. He scores a lot of points. I mean, look, he led that week in points, 133.
Yeah, easy.
You know? And he usually does that. He usually does that every year. So I mean, Zeke and Destroy had a tough matchup. So you know.
Have you taken a look at your schedule yet?
No, I haven't. You know, I usually don't even look at that till week 4.
I like to take a look at it just to see, you know, how the end of my season is really going to end up. And for me, I'm most nervous about the end of my season, just because I go Monster Johnson, or let's just start at Mighty Rick. I've got the second place from last season. Then I go Monster Johnson, who's usually 4 or 5 seed. I go Zeke Destroy, who had a good draft and has a good team. We just don't know how he's going to perform. Then I got you. Then I got Me Fly, who he could bounce back from the first week. You know, he was sick. You know, he was out there on the field sick. You can't play that kind of game. You know. Then I got Champion, the highest scorer, and then I ended with Charismatic Champs. I have
always usually top 5 as well.
I played 3 previous champions in my last 5 weeks.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm looking at your schedule in general. Week 3, week 4, week 5. Like
6?
Yeah.
Maybe take a break? Maybe?
7 is your weakest game, roster wise. And Gio always has those games where you just never know. But I mean, honestly, man, you got a tough schedule, playing champion 2 times.
Cares about change 2 times.
Yeah, and yep. So, Deuce Bigelow's a pretty solid matchup. I mean, I blew him out, but he was a new guy back then. That's what I do to the new guys.
You did what you had to do.
I held it down for Rosa. Don't come in here disrespecting Rosa.
That's right.
I always blow out the new guys. Speaking of that, I mean, this week I'm gonna blow out a new guy.
No, you're not. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I see. Well, what do you think about your schedule? Looking at it now,
I like it. Look, I mean, I might start off 3-0. I mean, looking at it, it might be a little different. I'm looking at Me Fly team. I'm looking at Kaiser, and I'm looking at it like
teams twice.
Yeah, and I play them twice. That's awesome, right? I beat Dumps like a truck, so I play him again. I'm not gonna lie, man. I like my schedule. I like it. Week 4 is rivalry week.
Yes.
It's gonna be a good game with everybody else, but my game, I'm liking it, man. It's a good schedule. So
I don't know who puts these schedules together. I try to push it enough times. It benefits everybody, but it seems like this many times only benefited you.
Yeah, these are usually the weaker teams in the league that I'm playing right away. I mean, like you said, though, Me Fly team, Jameis Winston, you never know what he's going to do.
You never know.
And then, like I said, Kaiser might have that game, and he's going to listen to this and be like, you said that. Yeah, okay. I don't even care. I'll see you week 14. Like, if it comes down to it, yeah. So I'm interested, man. But, yeah, let's take a look at who won, and let's look at some standings from last week.
Standings from last week. Here we go. Right off the back, surprises. My surprise is Corrupt Commish. I know that he is typically a solid player, week in, week out, season in, season out. He's a contender. To see his team in last place actually does not bring me joy.
And you know what's crazy? It's not even the fact that he's just in last. Like, and I can't say like the person he played against had a great game. Yeah, they scored 126, but he scored 82 points. Like, so it's not like he has 100 and something points and he's down at the bottom.
Right.
He scored 82 points. So it's like he's worthy of being down at the bottom right now. And that's usually something that Corrupt Commish does not do.
Facts.
For sure.
Very true. So
that was your surprise of the week?
That was my surprise of the week. I did not expect him to be at the bottom. I'm
going to stay.
These 9 teams scored 100 points. Even if Kaiser was 100.04, every 9 of our teams scored 100 points. I think that shows the balance amongst the teams, at least in week 1.
Yeah. I'm going to stick with Soup. My surprise is still you, man. 125 points. 125 points, man. Yeah, that's interesting.
I think last season I averaged 97, so I'm already off to a good start.
Yep. Yeah. So it's a good start for you. It's good. I hope you keep some momentum. But that's definitely a surprise. Champion, no surprise. Mighty Rick could usually do that. Charismatic Champs, usually where he's at. Deuce Bigelow, me. I'm Zeke and Destroy had a good week. He would have beat me if he played me. I mean, same thing with Monster Johnson. He's usually right there where he's at.
He likes
his name. Is his name in correlation to me, or what is that? Me Fly team doesn't agree, but I mean, I just don't know what it means. You know how murder changes people's name.
Yeah, I thought he was doing it just for a little bit, and he was going to go back to Murder Rick, but I don't know.
I mean, I am a monster, and my last name is Johnson, so I mean, I get it.
Let's see if he's available. I mean, That's a really good question because I remember his name. One of his rivals is Mighty Rick, and it's because he feels that Mighty Rick took his name and just changed it up. We do know that he has done some things of changing his names, even in the chat. Where next thing you know, he's the commish space period, leaving messages for the entire league, changing my picture or changing his picture and everything like that.
Right.
So that's actually
a good question.
I would say. If I had to think of something, I would say that he's doing it to say that he has a target for you. Like he's after you. Like he's going to be bigger than the Johnson that is the 3-time champ.
I mean, the reality of it is, and I eat this up. Like I'm the target for everybody. It's just and I embrace it. I'm the bad guy. Everybody knows like not to sleep on me. Like if I start off 0-5, I'm coming. And, even in my draft,
speak about that.
You gonna continue?
Yeah, that's
just EMP. They got stuff tickering up about it.
This little announcement,
bro. Nobody's playing that.
Hey.
Anyways, look.
I'll let you know about the other
one. I'm the bad guy. I embrace it. Everyone wants to come after me. They know, like, oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, even my draft, I drafted Michael Thomas in like the 14th round. He's suspended, but that's when I start coming, or when he's gonna be off suspension, and I'm right there on the edge, and he comes back, and Jameis Winston throwing him the ball. I mean, we're gonna see. And Jameis Winston has a stronger arm than Drew Brees.
A lot stronger right now.
So. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're definitely gonna see. But MeFly team is talking about how he's disappointed in his draft. You got rated worst draft, and my explanation was because you got dealt a bad hand, and we discussed that.
You got dealt a bad hand.
Yeah, I understand. You got to choose my hand. How about that? I want to tell the community the truth.
I mean, so then you either look at your draft or you look at Zeke and Destroyers and what you could have gotten. That's about it.
Because you picked my hand. You chose that team. You knew what you was doing.
No, I just chose the team that was next.
Collusion. Everybody should know that.
I just want you to know overall, MeFly, my boy, is that we don't cater to losers. And it sounds like you want me to be sympathetic for you losing. And I just can't do that. And
you know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
You don't cater to losers, but where were you at last year in this league?
Hey, Mr. B Leaguer.
No. I want
come on, man.
No, don't change it. Answer the question.
He had a bad season last year. Look,
I had a bad season, and there was unofficial rule that was discussed but not made official. So that is the reason why I was able to stay, because the prior year somebody else was able to stay regardless of
yourself losing.
All right, man, just don't come in last place.
He'll get demoted, like he would demote, but the committee decided the rule wasn't official.
Yeah, it wasn't official. Like it was just what it was.
All y'all got catered to.
I didn't. I
didn't win.
I don't get catered to.
Crazy.
Look, I don't get catered to.
It's an official rule this season, and so now the rule is just not coming last place. So with all that you're saying, Mr. MeFly, which I do appreciate your opinion and what you're saying. Just don't come in last, and I'm gonna do my best not to come in last either. But so far, you're number 2, so you're not that far behind.
I respect it, though.
Appreciate that.
You know what I mean? I know I'm new, but I'm coming. I got dealt a horrible hand, but I did best what I could do it.
And that's all that you can
figure it out.
I don't want to say anything about Mr. Corrupt Commish. He came in half a season, and he did what he had to do.
And he's a champion. He said, "I got more points."
So I believe in you. I know you got a dealt a bad hand. It was just either one or the other.
And then as well as he would have scored more points if he didn't get sick. You see, he got his mask on now.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. So, you know what's crazy? He got dealt a bad hand, and he, like we were just talking about, he corrupt commish, like 82 points. Like,
and he had to see his hand and
he has a ring in this league.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate the frustrated user MeFly team and the commissioner handling that properly, and That's what I'm talking about. You know, we're gonna keep it rolling.
Just for y'all though. Let me
He said the Rosalinda. He put the Rosalinda basketball open now, season open.
Hey, I mean, it's for those who are interested. You know, it's interesting just to just be a part of it. It's fun, but I mean, the more the merrier.
But yeah, man, I think those are my surprises. That's my standard on week one.
Okay.
It was, you know, like I said, I applaud you. You had a good win. I didn't like the fact that I won, but I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna hope that, you know, something comes from it.
Yeah.
I play this week, guy, me fly team this week. So
I hope he's feeling better.
Let's hope for a blowout. He says he's gonna blow me out.
Hey, I'm rooting for you, me fly. You know, whether you hear this or you watch this later, I don't know where you are now, but I mean, like, I'm rooting for you.
Not this week, though.
What happened? I mean, I'm rooting for your season. However that happens, I wish you the best, you know? But if you come in last, I'm going to replay this at the ceremony. And that's how it's going to be. And if I come last, we're going to do the same. You know, I'm sure you'll have it already clipped up and everything.
Oh, yeah, he might have music. He's a Photoshop whiz. So if you come in last, he's going to have this clipped up and all.
He might come in a shirt, you know, with the standings on him.
With your face on it, like, and Soulja Boy, like, last place. Yeah, he gonna get you. You better not come in last.
hey, I'm hoping not to. To this week's games, who do you think, or what's the game that you're watching besides your own? I mean, obviously you're gonna be watching your own and making sure yours is on point. But what game are you looking at?
I think I'm looking at Charismatic Champs and Zeke. I think that game is closer than it looks in projections.
Okay.
I feel like Charismatic Champs is like that dominant, non-dominant player in our league.
Wow.
You know, you never want to play him, but then sometimes, like later on in the year, you want to play him. He usually has a lot of injuries. He's rolling with Tom, who had a great week one, but
great week one. He plays the Falcons this week.
You know, he's going to be led by Tyreek Hill. You know, Tyreek Hill's going to lead his team, and we're going to see. I don't know how I feel about Diggs. He already has Josh Jacobs out, and this is something that I mentioned. Like
16 points, losing 16 points.
Yeah, this is something that I mentioned is he and look, who is he going to replace him with? He has David Johnson. Some with Charismatic Champs, he's always getting hurt. David Johnson didn't get any carries. Mark Ingram got all of them. Who I hope he gets them again. But this is Charismatic Champs' problem every year. He always has people that gets hurt, you know, and I want to see what the new guy does, you know.
You think this is his first real test, or
this is his big test. I mean, he played our number one scorer week one.
Tough.
And Amari's Charismatic Champs, Amari, I would say he's a top scorer too. He could just never get over the hump. Just like both of our top scorers never could get over the hump. They both have one championship and they always get there, but they can never get over the hump. They just score them up consistently. And so, he's starting off tough, man. And I want to see what he's going to do. I like the way his team looks, led by Dak Prescott and Jonathan Taylor over there and Najee Harris. And he's got a nice running back squad. You got Miles Sanders as his flex. We're going to see.
And if you want to in his bench is okay.
Yeah, so. We're going to see how this pans out, you know.
So who are you taking then? I'll go first. You know, I think each season, as you mentioned, Charismatic Champs is always a contender. I think I said it last season that I support him and think that he would be the sleeper to take and win last season. And if not myself as a sleeper to win, I would go for Charismatic Champs to take it, and especially to take this game. I'll say it now, and I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking. Well, I want to see who charismatic. I mean, I don't know, man. I think I'm going Zeke and Destroy.
Zeke and Destroy?
Yeah, charismatic champs don't have a running back to replace them. Tomorrow, Sunday, the waiver wire is open. There's not much out there that you really want to take a risk on right now because you don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I like the way Zeke and Destroy his team. He's projected to win. Debo Samuel had a good week. He's playing Philly. Jonathan Taylor's playing the Rams. I mean, Noah Fant, I think, is going to go off. Miles Sanders got a tough matchup against San Fran. I'll tell you that front seven.
Okay.
New England's defense is going against the Jets. I mean, I'm going Zeke and Destroy.
Zeke and Destroy.
Yep.
Okay.
Matter of fact,
let me write. Well, I'm sure we'll remember who we chose. I mean,
yeah,
charismatic, I think, is always a good team, no matter who he's playing. So I feel like that's where I'm going to go, and I think my vote would change depending on who he's playing. But those people would change if it's like you or Champion or Murder. I think those would be more of the.
They already played a week, so I can't pick. Okay, I'm tripping. Dang it. Go ahead.
They're picking up people.
No, I was gonna pick. They already played, so I can't pick who wins.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, let me do the pick'ems.
The game that I am going to be looking at, the game that I'm going to be looking at is Corrupt Commish and Monster Johnson. That's the game that I'm going to be looking at. They're both coming off of a loss. I think that they both have some solid, a lot of solid pieces. I think both of them, maybe minus their tight ends, but it looks like they kind of cancel out each other. A part of me, even being a Falcon fan, doesn't really like the idea of Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley being on the same team. Just the codependency, I think, is just going to hurt. And I think this might be the first season that Corrupt Commish is going to go 0-2. I think my vote is going to go for Monster Johnson right now, just because I think he has a solid team. There's a different people
Monster Johnson's
going to help him.
Monster Johnson's problem is the same every year. He never has a solid quarterback. Like Tannehill is all right, but look, he's running back heavy all the time. He has James Robinson, Austin Eckler, and Kamara. Look at his bench. He's always running back heavy. Look at all those running backs on his bench. And this is his weakest point. Like, he never has a quarterback, and that hurts. You got to have a decent quarterback. He's always picking up and dropping quarterbacks. But I am going to go with him this week, mainly because Matt Ryan, I don't know, he just didn't get it done week one. He's playing a Tampa Bay defense who's pretty good. I mean, Dak did a good job last week against it. But Matt Ryan's looking kind of sloppy week one. And like you said, he's dependent on Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley to lead him to the promised land.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Jones is going to help him a lot. He's playing a Detroit defense, and as well as Montgomery. Montgomery looked pretty good too. So Cole Kmet had a great – I mean, not Cole Kmet. Adam Thielen had a great week one as well. But
yes.
I think I am going to go with Monster Johnson mainly because Tyler Lockett, he's got the running backs. But for the long haul, that team's not gonna make it. He just has no quarterback. Running backs get injured. Running backs get banged up, and it's gonna fall off eventually. So yeah, but for week two, I'm gonna take Monster Johnson.
Woo! Hey, good stuff. I feel like those two people in general are as in my mind, they are also in self-announcement or public announcement. They're also in hockey, baseball, and basketball. And each three of those sports, they're always going at it. I
don't know if maybe that's affecting them.
Why is that?
I mean, how many things is Charismatic Champs in?
1.
How many things am I in?
1.
How many things is Fear the Night in? 2?
1.
1. How many things are you in?
4.
How many things is Corrupt Commission?
4.
And as well as Murder Rick?
Correct.
Man lie, woman lie.
Corrupt has a championship though.
Yeah, but he wasn't in all 4 when he won that. He was in 1 when he won that year. So I'm just saying, man, I don't know. I think when you get focused on some things, I don't know. Me, champion, charismatic champs, even dumps like a truck. Like, it's a focus, I don't know. I got to focus on. And you know what's crazy? I don't even join other leagues.
This is the only one overall.
I'm in 1 league, which I kind of wanted to mention. Let's bring up the team levels. Are you able to put that on the screen?
Yeah, let me get that right now. Why is that important to you?
Because I want to see our overall league. I want to see, what people have been progressing. I think our league moved up to gold, if not silver. I think it was bronze for a while.
Well, I honestly think last season, I'm checking right now. So okay, so let me open my screen so I can show you. This is dang it. This is last season. Okay, we were a gold. And I'm saying we were a gold league, and these were our ratings, and this were the people that were there.
Okay.
We've added 2 new people, 2 people out, 2 people in. So going into this season, we actually went down to a silver.
Okay. Now scroll down to the levels and because so we added 2 bronzes. That's why.
Yes.
But but I think the other people were bronze too though.
I think we had 1 bronze
and 1 silver.
They were both bronze, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Maybe
they were just a little too low. Me Fly T coming in at 552. And man, Kaiser 560. Sheesh.
I mean, I'm in.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm in 4 fantasy leagues, so a lot of things are affecting me. So I really have to have a winning record amongst all 4 of my leagues for me to even go up.
And see, I always felt like, and that's why I always brought this up, though. I felt like, for instance, I'm not trying to pick on you, Deuce Bigelow, but I feel like his platinum level relates to a lot of the other leagues, because I feel like a lot of other leagues, people don't even finish those leagues. Those leagues you just pop into, like a lot of times they end. A lot of times people stop paying attention and they don't make it. And so it's like you should place in a good amount if you're playing it, if you're paying attention. I only have been in 1 league. I haven't been in any other leagues. I know,
and it shows your dominance in here.
Yeah, champion goes into the B League and wins a couple of times. I know Corrupt Commish has some leagues. I know Munster Johnson does. I don't think Charismatic Champ has too many leagues.
We can check.
You can see how many leagues they're in?
Who do you want to look? Who do you want to see?
Let's look at Charismatic Champs.
Charismatic Champs.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So just looking at his football history, this is what he's done.
He's definitely been in multiple leagues. He has 17 teams.
So looks like he's in 2 at a time.
I appreciate it. Definitely. Is it just sports on there?
For right now. Tomorrow I'll come to the movies.
Okay.
He's in at least 2 leagues a season.
Okay, bro. Okay, he's in 2 leagues, including ours.
So I mean,
that's not bad.
That's not bad. Oh, we got a comment over here. Let's take a look at this.
Where?
Here's the comment. The name Monster Johnson is a dedication to my older brother Tyler Johnson, who just passed away. R.I.P. Best wishes for you and your family. That was his fantasy name and nickname through the years. I'm just carrying on his legacy for the year. Wow.
Hey, man. Hey, cheers to you, Murda.
Cheers to you.
Hey, I'm rooting for your heavy running back team, you know, and I hope you make it through because we always chop it up about it, you know. Sorry to hear that about your brother.
Yeah.
You know, R.I.P. to Tyler Monster Johnson, you know, and ball out for him, man.
Ball out. So this is completely off topic ish. I'm in the baseball league with Murda, right? And Corrupt. I just need to beat him. He's the last person that I play in the regular season. If I would have beat him, I would have snuck into the playoffs, possibly played Corrupt Commish, and my goal was to take Corrupt Commish out of the playoffs. And what does this man do? He says, "Nah, you beat me earlier in the season, so I'm going all out this one." And he beats me 8-2. And I'm just like, man, that was my only chance to get into the playoffs, and you just took that away from me. So there's some other like league
little rivalries,
and I don't like it. So
like I said, man, I'm focused on Rosa. You know, that's kind of all I really do. I know the commish wants me in a couple.
I do.
I think when I win 5 rings, I'll join basketball.
Dang, that might be a while because, like I said, this could be a good season for me. Could be.
I mean, I only got 2 to go. So, I mean, I win 5 rings, and I'll focus on basketball and take over in basketball.
Take over in basketball?
Oh, yeah, because we them boys. So, guess what? We them boys is going to do what we them boys do, you know?
Hey, since how we're talking about it, basketball season starts October 11th. That's where we're going to be doing the draft. If anybody's interested, hit me up and definitely be able to send you the link so you can go ahead and join, because I hear what the co-commish is talking about, but what I see is nothing. So I just have to wait until he actually joins. That's football. Come on, we're talking about the other sports now. You know,
I'm just talking about what I'm focused on. That's all, you know. So once it comes to basketball, then I'll do the same thing in basketball.
I cannot wait.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you can wait. You've waited long enough. So it's okay. The crazy thing is, have you won a championship in basketball?
No, but I've won baseball.
Okay. So if I come into basketball and win a championship before you, it's going to be a problem. Because then I'm going to wait till I get 5 rings for Rosalinda. So you still got some time. And then if I come in and win before you, yeah, I'm going to tell you to hang it up. I was like, Jessica, he's wasting his time because I don't know. I mean, that's why I hope you win this year, because it's been 10 years and I could count on one hand how many times you made the playoffs.
Whoa. I've made the playoffs. Don't make me pull up stats right now. I can pull all this up.
So you think you made the playoffs 6 times? I know I've taken you out like 2 to 3.
I think I got 4 times.
Exactly. That's what I said. I can count on one hand. That's what I said. So, I mean, hey, it's not bad though. But anyway, yeah. But anyways, man, let's get back on topic because we got to wrap up soon. Let's talk about the rest of this year.
Okay. Then to talk about the rest of the year, do you think it's too early to look at a playoff picture?
For me, yeah, because I mean, you could do early playoff picture, but
I mean, we're just looking at it right now. I mean, it's the standings, it's the top 8, That's just what it
Okay, let's
is.
bring it up. Let's open up your screen. Let's look. And I'll just go down playoffs. Is that it right there?
That's the playoff picture.
Ooh, look at that.
Hey.
Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. So it looks like you're going to have a good year. And just like as history repeats itself, I'm going to do what I do in the quarterfinal.
See, as much as I want this matchup, I think it would be more satisfying if I could take you out in like the semis or the final, a commish championship final 10th year championship game. Like,
yeah,
I think I would have to, put money on that if that was to end up happening.
Yeah, no, I can see that. That would definitely be.
I think if anything was to come out of this, I would like to see the champion and Monster Johnson duke it out at some point in the playoffs. Still really early to tell when they might meet, but I would.
I want to see charismatic champs and champion duke it out. I love when they play.
Ooh.
I love when they play, and Amari gets so passionate about it, and champion never puts respect on charismatic champ's name. Like he'd be like, "Yeah, he's just there." Like, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember this conversation. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What?
But he respects him as like a scorer like himself. But towards the end, he'll look at Amari's team and be like, I'm only scared of like 3 people. And it's never Amari. It's never Amari. Never. But they always duke it out, I always tell BJ, man, I'm always scared to play him, because he scores a lot. But
this is true.
He's just not a good playoff player.
13-0.
Hey, man, if I could play him in the playoffs, I'm like, cool. But yeah, man. Go ahead. Is your sleeper of the year?
My sleeper team of the year?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This jack is hidden.
I'm about to pour myself a little more before we close out because I gotta do something with it, My sleeper team of the year. Let's see, I'm gonna pull up the standings, just so I'm looking at all the teams. Let me look in here. I would say it would be Dumps Like a Trucks team. My reasoning behind it, and I know that Jalen Hurts only played the Falcons, so that's not really saying a lot for how talented he probably really is, especially fantasy-wise. But I do like his pickup of Nick Chubb and Devontae Smith. I think those 2 people by themselves are going to peak at different points during the season, and it's probably going to be when he actually really needs them to secure a win. I think also with all of that, him having Aaron Rodgers on the bench, with him having a bad week 1, I feel like it's not going to really spell much of his season. Like I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to bounce back and is going to help carry this team as far as he can take it, as far as this fantasy team, as far as he can take it. So I would definitely choose Dumps Like a Truck and not even hold the first week against them, because that's unheard of to have Aaron Rodgers have a 1.32 game.
Oh man, and I was disappointed too, because again, if he had a regular game, I lose and proceed to my championship run. Going 0-1. But so he's your sleeper of the year. See, this is the thing with Dumps Like a Truck, though. This is one of his better teams I've seen in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, man. Dumps Like a Truck's teams are I might get a phone call later about it. But if he's being honest with himself, his teams are always bad. He never really drafts good. He usually makes a move somewhere in there that improves his team, like a waiver wire pickup or a trade, and he always makes the playoffs. Like he gets in there and he does good. But as far as the draft, like he usually never drafts that well, or he gets injuries. Last year he traded for Nick Chubb, and then Chubb got hurt. But I mean, look, he still made it to the playoffs. I think we played like in the second round of the playoffs, and so he always makes the playoffs, but this is a better team that I've seen him with, Cooper Kupp is a good pickup. Keenan Allen didn't do so well, but like you said, I really like Jalen Hurts. And I mean, Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts are going to depend on each other. But I like their combo. There's not a lot of weapons over there in Philly. And Jalen Hurts is going to run the ball. And if he doesn't, he's going to look at speedster Devontae Smith. Yeah. They got a bunch of running backs over there as they run by committee. But other than that, I mean, I like his roster. This is usually when I look at his rosters, I usually would give him the worst draft. But this draft is pretty solid.
I think a lot of people actually drafted better this season, and I think it's reflected on how many teams broke 100. True. I think. Would you say that Dumps It Like a Truck is going to be your sleeper team, or did you have somebody else in mind?
I'm gonna stick with it, man. You're my sleeper team, man. You're my sleeper team. I like how you drafted. I like how it looks. I got to go with you being my sleeper team. Patty Mahomes. I mean, if those guys stay healthy, I hate to sound like a ball rider, but I like your team. I do. I like your team.
I appreciate that. That means a lot to me.
I consider Dumps Like a Truck a sleeper team because he's always going to be there. Like,
okay.
You're a sleeper team because you have either a good season or a very bad season. You're never in between.
This is true.
And so coming from almost last place or whatever you was, or you was about to get kicked and didn't, and, whatever it is, to now, like, I think this is a good-looking team. I mean, because you just don't know what Julio's going to do. Hawkinson's my tight end that you stole from me.
How did I steal him?
Because that's usually my tight end every year. But in all honesty, it's fair because I guess I stole Pitts from you.
You did. I don't have an Atlanta Falcon person on my team.
Man, I think I have one Cowboy. I have one Cowboy this year. That's Amari Cooper.
Solid.
Yeah, but I mean, I like your team, man. So you're my sleeper team.
Do you have your team to take it all?
No, I don't know who's gonna take it all because I mean, I don't know who's gonna take it all because like I said, who's gonna have the best record or win the championship?
Win the championship. If not you, then who?
I just don't know who because it sucks to say champion and charismatic champs don't come through in the playoffs. There are best players in the league, but in the playoffs, something always goes wrong for them.
True.
I would love to pick my boy BJ, but I don't know. I want to see what Zeke and Destroy is going to do. I want to see what you're going to do. I don't have someone to win it all right now. Okay. I know it's not going to be a B-leaguer, though.
Zeke and Destroy is a B-leaguer.
Yeah, he ain't going to win it. I just said I want to see what he's going to do. He's not going to win it all.
Fair.
Because if he does, I'm going to have to put my cape on and come out of, if it gets close. I'm gonna have to
there and be like, yo, I'm the rookie killer.
Yes. Yes. We got a group of humble rookies this year.
We do.
I think if MeFly team had a good team, he wouldn't be humble. But he's not good, so he has no choice.
If he had Zeke and Destroy's picks, he would have been better.
Yes.
I didn't have a pick into the second round.
He didn't have a pick to the third round.
That's right. You good.
He was looking at his thing. He was like, where's my name? I was like, go his way down there.
I went with the first person that we went. I chose a name, and that was it.
Yeah.
So my bad, me fly.
But yeah, man, I'm excited about Rosalinda. I'm excited about the participation. We're always open for ideas on how to liven up our stream.
Special guests.
Next
Yeah.
time we'll definitely have a special guest. We was about to do champion, but he got busy, I think. Or, Murder Rick. We always enjoy you coming in on the show.
Definitely.
Murder Rick's always good. Dumps like a truck. I know Dumps is probably gonna be watching. Me Fly team stepped in a bit just because he was at my house for a little bit. He left.
Yeah. He had to say what he had to say. Me, but it's cool.
Richard. I love our league, man. It'll be good to maybe even have the rookie next week. Zeke can destroy our duck.
That would be fun. As we come to an end of the show, I got one comment over here that I would like to post and show to the league while I pour my last little drink. And I think that this is something that overall the league is lacking so far, but maybe it's too early in the season to really tell. Here's the comment from Champion himself. It looks like it's kind of directed towards Corrupt Commish. I'll post it. I'm going to step out. Corey, Co-Commish, if you have any words on this and get this going, please do.
Okay, let's hear it. All I have to say is Corrupt Commish loses his game. I had to trade to save him. Well, all I have to say is if Corrupt Commish loses his game, I had to trade to save him.
So what's happening with trades? I will step out. Think about it. I will step out for a bit.
Well, honestly, guys, I feel like nobody wants to trade with people because they think someone's getting over on them. It sucks because I feel like when you're at the top and you're a person like yourself, BJ, someone thinks you're good at points. You score the points. So if they give you somebody, you're gonna use that person to beat them, and people don't want that. And I get it because I'm in that same boat. Like people were upset with my trade last year, and
which trade are you talking about?
Huh?
Which trade specifically are you talking about? If you can bring up,
my Alvin Kamara trade. My Alvin Kamara trade
with Bishop.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
So people were upset with that, but it's like at the end of the day, there's one of those trades every year. If that trade to Gio, no one would care because Gio doesn't win. No disrespect. It wouldn't. But it's when it goes to the higher ups, people are upset and they want to. Oh, this person got over this, and it's like all I did is offer a trade. The dude sent me a counter. And I don't know what he was tripping because what I sent him originally was way better. He countered it, and I was looking at it like it came across my phone, and I'm sitting there like, "What? Oh yeah, I'm gonna accept that." But I agree. I agree with BJ. It sucks. Like that's part of the league. It's like the top people can only trade with the top people. Like and it's crazy because every year I take a risk. Like you got to take risks. You can't hold on to your players. I tell everyone that. You can't hold on to your players because somebody wants your player. Take that risk. Do your own research. Don't just listen to Yahoo because we all know Yahoo's projections suck completely. They're wrong. So do your own research and make that trade. Like people want to hold on. I usually I was about to make a big trade week one, before week one. Like,
do you mind closing or
you wanted to make that trade with Kamish over there, and then as well as I approached you with a trade, and so I'm willing to take those risks, and I feel like that's what you got to do. And a lot of people, and I'm gonna be honest, like look at the top guys how they play, watch how they play. They make trades. Amari is always trading. I'm trading. BJ's trading. Murder Rick always trades. You know,
Corrupt Commission is responsible when it's a good trade.
Yeah, people who aren't trading, like you just, I mean, you know what though? I would say one person that don't really trade that much, who's usually kind of decent, is Mighty Rick. Mighty Rick is pretty quiet. He don't really do nothing. I think he just adjusts his roster every week, and that's it.
Right.
He picks up some waiver wires from time to time, but other than that, but Cisco does trades. That's Deuce Bigelow. Like, everyone who plays this, you got to do a trade. Like, you can't draft your team and expect that team with a couple of waiver wire pickups to win you the championship. It's just not going to work.
Maybe.
I would love for you to go back and look at that, at all the champions, and see if they made a blockbuster trade. Maybe you should jot that down, research it for our next show, see how many champions have never made a blockbuster trade. I could tell you now, you're not going to have any. You might have one, and he retired. That's going to be Zebra's matter. Zebras' lives matter.
We're saying I'm giving up the house so I can win the boat.
Or multiple picks. Like, not picks, but multiple players to a trade that was like, you got to take a risk. This is fantasy football. You got to take a risk. It's going to happen. And it sucks because the top people only trade with the top people. If I send someone who's usually coming lower a trade, they're looking at me like,
right.
Also, I'm surprised Corrupt Commission didn't do it. He does have Matt Ryan as a starting quarterback when Russ balled out. If it was me, I'm shooting that trade. Like, I'm taking it. I know what he was asking for was a lot. I think he wanted David Montgomery. But at the end of the day, I need a quarterback and I need a running back. And if he's going to give me a running back and a better quarterback, then I got to give my better running back for a mediocre running back and a better quarterback. Like, it just makes sense. So yeah, man, I think that's a good last comment. I agree with it.
So you wanna do a trade live, man? We can talk about this.
Maybe next time, because I got to get out of here. I already went over on my stay. I got to get dressed and get up out of here. So
I appreciate that. Well, that's Sippin Hennessy Season 2, Episode 1 for the Roseland League 2021. I wish you the best. I hope you have a great day. Everybody else who was able to watch this, please, leave your comments. Talk to somebody who's a part of this, and see how we can get you into the B League. Let's fill that up and make that poppin'. That's all we gotta say.
Cheers from the champion himself.
Where's my camera? Come on. Until next time, this has been the Co-Commissioners.
Freedom Boy, 3-time champion, the Co-Commissioners.
The worst, rise up. This side now, let's do it.
I hope they rise up. Kyle Pitts.
See y'all.
Peace.